Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Beanstalk Overlord deck in Thomas format. So this is going to be the first deck of the set Duskmourn. The set just released and I'm going to be trying out with some of the new cards here. So not everything is going to be set in stone, but there's some really cool synergy here with the Overlord cycle from the Duskmourn. We're going to be playing the green version and the white version here, as you can see. We got different impending cost. The green one, you can impend for 3, meaning that you can pay this as the other cost to cast this. And if you do, you put 4 counters on this, and at the end of the turn, it's going to take down 1 until it becomes 0. And once it's 0, it becomes a creature. Otherwise, it's going to stay as an enchantment. But what's cool about this is, as soon as you play this, you immediately get a land that is of every basic land type, meaning you immediately have domain for the ley line binding, which is cool. And it also helps you cast things like Flage, which would otherwise be a little bit tough to cast as well in this deck. And the other white card that you see here, you can impend for 4 mana and you can get double 2/1 white insect creature tokens with flying. So obviously it's not doing anything too crazy for the cost, but if you pair it up with the Beanstalk, it's gonna look at the original cost when you use the impending, and it's going to draw you a card with the Beanstalk for the Overlord coming down, which is pretty cool. Now putting that aside, we also have another card that synergizes with the Overlord cycles, and that is Covered Revels. So if you cast the impending for 3 while you have the Revels down on the battlefield, that is going to cascade into either the Omnath or the Flage in the deck. The other card that you're going to see in the video is an Archon of Emeria. Instead of the 2 Pyroclasm that you see in the main deck now, I had 2 copies of Archon of Emeria, so that you can cascade into these versus these combo decks. But because I was losing 2 energy too much, I had to actually set aside the Archon into the sideboard so I could play some Pyroclasms. So you got some choices here on what you can do for the creatures that you want to cascade into. The current version that we have here, it's going to guarantee you cascading into the Flage if you play on Omnath. Otherwise, if you play the 5-mana Overlord card, it's going to get you Omnath or the Flage. Or if you cascade the Overlord of the Mistmoors, it's going to potentially even get you Solitude's Fury, even another Overlord, or an Elish Norn. So the deck has a lot of interaction versus creature decks, but despite that, the energy decks are just an insane deck. We're playing things like Swords, Leyline Binding, Flage, Fury. Might not be enough, so I decided to add in additional copies of Pyroclasm into the main deck. And we also have 1 more copy in the sideboard as well. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas BO3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright. Let's start things off with the Beanstalk. I was gonna say, like, don't Thoughtseize me there. No, no, no. Double lands. Okay. We got a Solitude and Fury action. I'm hoping we get a land next turn so we can get this fat Covered Revel down. Holy crap. Imagine if we can get this Revel down here. That would be insanely sick. Uh-oh. Do they actually have land destruction? What is this? Like, they're hovering over my lands. Get off my lands. Okay, Thoughtseize. Right on. If they do double Thoughtseize, I'm gonna be upset here. Artillery Enthusiast. Assemble the team. Oh, come on. Do I have to? Do I have to? You cannot be serious. I'm playing a 23 land deck with the Beanstalks. Actual scam? Scam of the century. Bitter reunion. Shealdred. Another Thoughtseize. How many Thoughtseize do we have to go through before we draw a land? Apparently a lot. Apparently a lot. Oh, man. Maybe 23 isn't enough. Maybe we do have to go to 24. 24 is so much, though, with the 4 up the Beanstalks. Like, the thing is, we just need 3 mana. 3... The third mana is all it takes to get entire deck going. So I felt that 23 was okay enough. But apparently it's not. Because as soon as we get the Revel down, we just kind of win the game, right? My opponent's at 10. Thank the Lord. There it is. And we're gonna pass. And our entire deck is unlocked. I wonder if it's just correct to just play the Solitude out. It seems like they are playing a Reanimate deck, though. Bum 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 bum. Okay, I pass. Holding on to this Revel just for the Fury. Just in case. Come on, opponent. You want to cast something? No? They're being so difficult. I mean, we know what opponent has. These are reanimates. This is why, like, drawing into something like Overlord of the Haunted Woods early. I mean, we don't have the mana to cast it. Like, that can actually, like, give you some plays because that'll ramp you into Solitude, right? But currently, we don't actually have that option to hardcast these Solitudes. I mean, had we just drawn a bunch of lands this game, I think this game would have been completely different. Like, we would have been pretty proactive. But my opponent's not doing anything. I'm not drawing lands ever in a 23 land deck. So, yeah, we are at a stalemate. Abrupt Decay that instead of the Revel. Sure. Crazy that they're even main decking Abrupt Decay though. Maybe I should just play out the Revel then, if that's the case. Since they play Abrupt Decay, I don't know how many copies they might play. I think they're hoping for a Thoughtseize to get my Solitude out, but I have Solitude Swords. So, I mean, yeah. Oh my god, what is going on? This is insane! I have almost 50% chance of drawing land every single turn. And I missed it through and through. I mean, funny enough, even if opponent actually played a bunch of cards and I had up the Beanstalk, I still wouldn't have probably gotten to our lands here. That's the crazy part. Oh, thank God. They actually did something. Praise! I just kind of want some cards on the board, honestly. Getting pretty annoying, you know. Wait, what if I get double Flage here? That would be funny. Double Flage? No! Lucky? How? How? The most unlucky Beanstalk player coming through. Actually insane. I mean, the funny thing is, like, this actually wouldn't have happened had we just drawn another green land as well. I mean, 16 green sources. So we're getting a real short end of the stick here. My goodness. Okay, so opponent is playing Reanimate. Surgical's in. Stone of Barracks. What's nice about Stone of Barrack is because we are playing like Solitudes and stuff like that, we can leave up a lot of mana. We're gonna have some mana to actually activate that, even though it costs a lot. You might actually want like to Fairy or something against this matchup so that we can bounce the Reanimate targets. We can go down on a Flage this matchup and Archons for sure. Probably double Furies as well. There we go. I probably want Binding instead of a Solitude. You know, in case like they bring Blood Moon or something like that. Classic. Yeah, look, they took out the Binding instead of the Beanstalk. There's a very good chance that they are holding on to Blood Moon here. This deck doesn't have a green black, I believe. So I might have to like what do I grab? Green white? Oh, that's really annoying. They're giving me no choice but to just slam down the Cabaret Rebel. If we can. So do we grab a forest maybe then? We grab a forest? And then we can play the Rebel? Dear Lord. I didn't even see that they had a Galta there. So we're dead next turn? Question mark? So even if we top deck a Flage, we lose the game? That is probably game over then. Double Thoughtseize into a Reanimate Golta. That'll do. Yeah, I can't cast the Overlord, but I can cast these cards, so I mean, still decent. Hopefully we don't get Thoughtseize to death this time. Nice, we found a land. I think we can grab an Indatha Triumph. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have Blood Moon if they grabbed a Blood Crypt. I might just slam down the Copper Rebel here. Bitter Reunion. They could do that same thing again. Right? They could do the same thing again. They have a land. I see that they have a land. It would be problematic for... I think I should wait until next turn. Like if they reanimate into Bitter Reunion again, then you know, I'm in big trouble. So I'll just wait until I have 1 mana up. Okay, there we go. Why did they decide to wait until my turn for me to draw a card so that I could potentially put a Solitude on the battlefield? Questionable. Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. This is a good play. They're gonna be very unhappy to see that we have way too many removal spells. Let's just grab our Surveil land. Teferi, ooh. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Let's slow this down.
Does seem like they play creativity if they're playing Dwarven Mine. Right? There's a Troll. I probably want to use the binding on things like Troll instead of Coma. And then use the swords on the Coma. In case they can get rid of a binding. Excellent.
Let's try this.
I could hardcast this. Funny enough. I don't think I want Boseiju anymore. Yeah, let's just hardcast this. What? I mean, I lose 7, but is that really a big of a deal? Probably not.
Don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, we got double 6/5s with double bindings. We also have a Flage coming. I mean, they are dead if they reanimate a big creature here. Yeah, because we have a 12 power plus the fairy. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Are they going to reanimate? So they are dead. GG's.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
A bit of a honestly bit of a weak showcase just because we couldn't like Giganta. Okay. I do have a copy of a swords. I think I'm gonna keep this. I can ramp into potentially like Hardcast Fury if this is a energy deck. Up the Beanstalk. That is a good card. I think we're just going to do a Sacred Foundry. Nice Solitude. Right on. Maybe I should have actually just Solitude now. Because they could get an Oslo Pride. Raptor into a Raptor. Their start was too fast. A Johnny.
It's not perfect. We have peace.
I need a red mana. To play the Revel or to not? Okay. I think I am just going to do this now, maybe? Since I could draw land. I wanted to see a Flage or Omnath. I know I could have done the Solitude on opponent's turn, but I was hoping for a land or maybe so I can potentially just hard cast a Fury next turn. Static Prison on the Revel. That's their entire turn. Okay, next turn we play the Fury out. Chthonian Nightmare. Gets back what? Amped Raptor? That's really your play? Okay, sure. Man, what a card Archon is. That is so sick. Maybe I'm actually supposed to get rid of something like this, right? So even if Chthonian Nightmare comes down, like sacrificing Bowmaster doesn't really matter. I don't think I can attack. It looks like they have potentially a removal spell. Not killing the Archon. Big mistake. I do need to find a removal spell for this Orcish Bowmaster though. Whoa. Okay, that's actually kind of insane. That's pretty greedy. Well, I can't play out my card.
Nothing can break our bond.
Ooh, another land. I'm actually gonna lose. Insane. We actually lost this one. Wow. I'm actually surprised we lost that one. Pretty funny. Pretty funny game. Okay, Archon was pretty good, but not gonna be it here. Probably even cut Overlord as well. I guess I can cut like some ramp cards. That should do it. How did we lose last game? I don't understand. Guide of Souls. Steam Vents. Ooh, very nice. Spell Snare. So opponent's playing Giganta, so we gotta kind of watch out for potential... I don't know. Blood Moon, perhaps? I really don't want to do this, but I don't think I have a choice. That's a good spell snare target. That's really good. I'll grab a forest. So even if they do play like a Blood Moon here, I can just go Boseiju. I couldn't have left up a Leyline Binding and play the Overlord at the same time. So they might go Blood Moon here. Setting up that Goblin Bombardment. Okay, let's see what I draw first. I might just go Leyline Binding now. Ooh, another up the Beanstalk. I could be super greedy here, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. Oh, I could Boseiju enchantment away. Oh, what am I doing? Omnath. Duh. Is it really better to Boseiju this, or... I probably should just Boseiju this. I think I should leave up a Leyline Binding for like a Johnny or Cadonia Nightmares, stuff like that. It makes sense. Where are my Furies, Elish Norn, Solitudes? Yeah, we have a Johnny.
Prove my worth to my pride.
Volage. That's a good card. I think I'm gonna kill the Ajani and then force out a Orcish Bowmaster. And then we can Leyline Binding. This is fine, right? We can just Leyline Binding the Ajani. Well, I'm gonna attack the Ajani first here.
Pitch up the trail. To battle! This plot goes deeper than I am.
Another Ajani.
Fight beside me, brother.
Into a Nightmare. They get back... what? Light of Soul is probably the best card they can get.
You won't stand with me.
That's not really gonna do anything.
Let fury ignite your heart.
I mean, honestly speaking, I should have
Thrives unchecked.
you know what? I should have attacked first. You know, maybe playing 4 copies of this is a little bit too much. Maybe only 3 copies a bit. I mean, I think this is like super over. Let's do that again. We didn't even see Pyroclasm, nor the Stone of Eric. Speaking of... Guide of Souls. Let's kill it now. That's a bit annoying. Gonna have to take some damage from the Oslo Pride here. I mean, I can technically do this, but it would be just a little bit too much loss in opponent's favor, right? I should have played the Windswept Heath. That's my bad. Another Fury. Okay. So I'll fetch the green source here. I might just have the Fury. They bottomed the Surgical. That's good. Yeah, look, their mana base is like telling me, hey, we have this amazing thing called Blood Moon.
To the hunt.
Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, but they did get a lot of things out, right? I can kill this, and they'll have a Johnny and 2 tokens. And then we'll have an Omnath. Oh my god. I mean, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe I could have waited. I don't know. I think I could have played that in multiple different ways, but I went for the non-greed play. You know, Leyline Binding up top now. That's not it. They're gonna be able to get their Flage out now, though. So good. So good. I feel like my opponent didn't really do much this game, but I don't know how they already have 5 cards in the graveyard. Are they really not going to escape Flage?
Rest until
Well, that is unfortunate. I need to get a removal spell immediately. Okay, unlucky. Man, oh man. What is a pyroclasm?
Share in my vengeance.
What is a fury? I feel like I got a little bit unlucky this game. The thing was, even if we were playing... I mean, we're just dead, right? 1, 2, 3. They have 6 damage no matter what. I think in normal circumstances, we would have won this game for sure, but... I don't know, our draws were very poor. We started with the swords. We had to pitch our own fury. We didn't have any interaction until turn 4 by pitching our own fury. And we just drew nothing but lands, as you can see, and then we just drew 2 cards here. So, yeah, very, very unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna try one last thing versus energy, right? Before I go. And I've main decked a Pyroclasm. 2 copies of it. And I also put the Archons into the sideboard. So one last thing before I go. Let's see how that pans out. You know, of course, you put the Pyroclasms into the main, and all of a sudden, you don't get the energy deck that you want to see to test out your deck. Just, you know, just the classic. Just the classic. Just the classic. I could wait until the next turn, but it could be just way too greedy, and they could have a counter spell up for the Netherglyph. This could be a good matchup though, all things considered.
Nothing like warm tea and a fascinating story.
I think I'm just gonna ramp here. I think they have a... They're probably just going to transform the Tameo. Not much I can do. Not going to transform the Tameo. Short. Understandable. Why did I even do that when I was gonna draw Leyline Binding? Why? Why? Oh, that's cute. Oh, maybe I should have used the Pyroclasm. Okay, never mind. Apparently that was the correct choice. Okay, Teferi's in. Get this Pyroclasm out of the way. I do like the Fury, the fact that it hits the opponent's Planeswalkers. I think Elish Norn can go out. Maybe 2 copies of Fury, maybe? Maybe. Yikes. Yikers. Probably get rid of a Fury. Another Void. I think I just killed this immediately. I think the play is play the Revel on 4 with 4 mana. Play the Revel with 4 mana. I might actually have to overlook this. Yeah, I think I might actually have to just overlook this because I need to get this Revel down next turn. Because they only have 2 mana, right? Green, red, white. Perfecto. Okay, Psychic Frog. Looks like I'm hard casting Solitude. I mean, this game is just over, isn't it? Okay, so our deck doesn't... Which is funny. Our deck, I feel like, supposed to beat energy and be bad against tempo. Strangely enough, if you resolve a singular Cabaret Revel or of the Beanstalk, their deck just kind of folds. Wow, another Solitude. Great. Okay, I want to play against some energy, please. Let's go! Any energy! Any energy! Rakdos? Oh god. Why can't I find energy? Like, I changed the Archons into Pyroclasm, and all of a sudden, 0 energy. All 4 games. How is this possible? Nether Glyph. That's what I thought. You know what? This could be a good Cinderplasm match. I lied. Okay, I want that. Why are they not playing a companion? Is it a deck with the 1 ring? If it's a deck with the 1 ring, I don't want to binding that, right? Yeah, I don't want to binding the Fable here, because it could be a 1 ring. That's annoying. I mean, these overlords are coming, so... I think we just used swords on the Fable and binding the One Ring. I'm pretty sure they play a One Ring. Swords. Another Fable. Ooh la la. Take 4? I think we just Solitude. Kept 2 cards. Can we just take the 4 and then we Solitude? But then they're just gonna Fable. I think I should just wait. Okay, never mind. We got another one, so... Now we got double bindings. I mean, they got a lot of mana. I just need 1 more mana so I can just like hard cast and leave up a binding. They have so much mana. It's actually crazy. A Johnny.
Nothing can break our bond.
A Johnny. Oh, baby. What do they have? Okay, now I'm second guessing myself. It's okay, it's a Mardu energy. It's a Mardu energy. Doesn't matter if they get... I feel like they have an Orcish Bowmaster for sure. Man, it just takes 1... Like, I just need 1 mana. Where the 1 mana at? Do I actually have to just... Impending here? So it was a Bowmaster. What? Okay. I guess I should just do it now. Okay, well, we now know what my opponent is playing. But I still think they play One Ring, so I think I'm just gonna hold on to this. Take 4. Oh my god, that is actually pretty scary actually. I'm going to binding you. I am going to Fury now. And I'm going to attack. I mean, that was a really weird game. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so, I mean, their identity is exposed. They are playing energy. What is this? What is this? Bug after bug. Kind of annoying that they're main decking swords. I think I should play some Stone of Eric for the Ajani. Another Pyroclasm. Never get to see Pyroclasm ever. Let's go down on Overlord. Miss More. How good is a Elish Nord? It is so expensive though. Like going second too? I'll try something like this. Wow. Insta keep. Insta keep. Okay, having a Mishra's Bubble in that deck is kind of weird. So this is an Orcish Bowmaster turn. Grab an Indapa. And we pass. I need my opponent to actually like develop the board so I can Pyroclasm. Nothing. I think I'm going to go Cavalry Rebel here. And then next turn, I play Omnath, and that'll guarantee a Flage coming down. Ah, maybe not. Might actually have to go Pyroclasm here. Okay, rude. At least, I mean, one of the planes is up. Now I gotta top deck Leyline Binding. Really? Wait, why was this? Oh, I played this last turn. Am I dead? Or did my opponent also lock themselves out? This is this is stressful. I just need... Yes! We're in there. 7 cards in the yard, so I don't want to give them Flage now. Oh my god, opponent, what are you doing? Forest. I need a forest or a binding. Oh my god. Should I still play it though? I still have a Pyroclasm for whatever they play. I think I should play it. No, they have a removal spell. I guess I could Swords my own Fury. Gain some life. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Pop, pop, pop. So I know they top deck this Flage. Right? Since they wouldn't have used the swords there. Ooh. Let's get rid of that. Forest or a binding. Forest or a binding. Forest or a binding. Forest or a Binding. What a mess. Oh, I should have just used Pyroclasm. Thinking about it. Forest or a Binding. Any creatures, opponent? You gonna cast any creatures? Oh my god, they got a Black Source. And we got a Spell Snare. What a mess of a game. Oh my god, we got it. Okay, so I think we should play the Revel, right? And then we can Solitude. Am I gonna be gone if I play the Solitude after the Beanstalk? That is a question. That is a question. Oh my god. There is a god. Really? You want to do it on that instead of the Cavalry Revel? I am greedy, so I am going to pass. Okay, never mind. I am going to play the Fury out. I can still play... Yeah. Yeah. So that's gonna get a double Flage. Boom. Boom. Back to 10. I mean, do we even need to play Boseiju on this thing? Like, let's be real here. They can't play the game. Why should we let them play the game? I feel like it doesn't make sense. I mean, it is kind of annoying. Oh, it's over. Okay, now we Boseiju. Now we Boseiju our opponent. And then play the game. When did I draw this ley line? Wait, hold up. I'm not sure. Like, how do we get the 17 life? This is possibly one of the most hilarious games I've played. Alright, GG's opponent. Alright, so played a lot of games today. Midway through, I actually changed the Archon that was in the main board to the sideboard, and I added 2 copies of Pyroclasm because even with 4 Leyline Bindings, 4 Swords, 4 Fury, 4 Solitudes, 2 copies of Flage, it was not enough to beat an Energy consistently. So I decided to drop the Archon, put the Pyroclasm in the main deck. Unfortunately, after I made that change, I played against the Mirror Controls, and I played against some combo decks, and I played against a Mardu Energy that wasn't playing the lowest version that I wanted to see to test out how the Pyroclasm was. So that's a bit disappointing, but we did go 4-1 after making this change. Despite having pretty poor performance at the start, we went 1-3, losing to 3 energies at the start. That could have also been Variance thing as well. I want to believe, I do want to believe that having this many board wipes or removal spells I want to believe it's enough for the energy, but the thing about the energy deck is the fact that all of their cards split into multiple cards, so unless you draw into your board wipes, like multiple copies of it, it might still not be enough. So kind of a poor performance for this deck, honestly. I did get stuck on lands a lot this session. Plus, I was also mana screwed couple times. I had to also mull to 5 just to find the second land sometimes. It could just be variance thing, but I would not recommend playing this in timeless format. Maybe you could try something like this in Explorer, where the Up the Beanstalk... Up the Beanstalk is still legal there, right? I think it's actually correct to maybe go down on Elish Norn if I were to play again. Maybe 4 copies. I did really like this card a lot. Problem with cutting this card is that this is a 7 mana card, so the 7 mana card could potentially hit the Hauntwoods or Fury or the Solitude, right? With the Cavalry Rebel. So I think 2 is okay. I could see yourself like going down on this card. So maybe if I were to play again, I would have 2 more slots here for something else. You could have more Omnath. You could have more Pyroclasm if you wanted to. I don't recommend Wrath of the Skies because it does hit our Up the Beanstalk and Covered Revels. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do if I were to play again. Would I recommend this deck? No. I would tell you to probably stay away from this deck as far away as possible. This archetype with Up the Beanstalk, it's just not enough against energy. It's just, they just create too many cards, generate too much value. So yeah, I would stay away from Up the Beanstalk as far away as possible. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.